Hello everyone! Chapter 4, Polynomials. We're sketching. This is Miss Osier.
And Miss Lahar.
And here we go. So, 4 steps to sketch a graph. Now, we might do these steps in order, we might do these steps out of order. It really doesn't matter as long as you do all of the steps, okay? We need end behavior, so we need to know where this bad boy is going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it starting up? Is it starting down?
Is it even? Is it odd?
We need all of this.
Good
we
info.
need to plot the y-intercept because it is a function, right? It's this polynomial function, so it's only going to have one of those. And then we need to find all the real zeros so that we can find our x-intercepts and know if they boop or they whoosh and all that good stuff. So,
And then some test values. Now, before you start thinking, well, we have graphing calculators, so why do we have to do this? You need to start, like, becoming one with a polynomial and being able to sketch it without one, just knowing what it should look like and what's going to happen with it.
correct. You need to determine the end behavior.
It's in factored form.
Yay! So we need to do 3 plus 4 plus 1. So this is a degree of 8. That means it's even, and therefore the positive leading coefficient tells me it's both starting and ending in the upward direction.
Okay, so we put the arrows in there just to help. Remember, this is a sketch. You should use a pencil.
Yeah.
But anyway, there we go. That's the first part.
All right. From there, we're going to find our y-intercept. So again, we plug 0 in for x, because when x is 0, that's where your y-intercept exists, and we get 32.
And we solve it, so we put that on our graph as a point.
Boom.
Look at us go.
Again, it's a sketch. You don't need 32 little dash marks.
Some of you are going to do that, I
Oh
can
my
guarantee
gosh.
you. But please, just give us the number 32 so we know it's up there.
Correct. All right, now we're going to completely factor, already done, to
There we
find
go.
all real zeros and their multiplicities. So x equals 2, x equals -1, x equals 4. The multiplicities are 3, 4, and, sorry, I'm going all over the place here. We'll just talk about these right now. It's going to come up on a different slide. 3, 4, and 1, so we know that we cross, touch, cross.
Okay. All right. Now, we do want to pick a few points to see how far this graph goes. How far does it go up? How far does it go down before it hits back and such? So we are going to plug in some points. Okay. You can plug this. Well, no, we can't put it in factored form, can you? It has to be in standard form.
No, they can.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Your calculator will let you do this, but also, guys, you can just plug in -2 and see what pops out. Plug in 1 in and see what pops out.
Right. So you get a few points on your graph. Okay, and now we're going to talk about,
Right,
crosses,
so
touches.
Yep, so this is what we were talking about before, 3, 4, 1, so we knew it was going to cross, touch, cross, and then we were just pointing out, remember, the higher it gets, it's going to flatten a little bit.
Okay.
So it's really pretty, I know. There you go.
Okay, but again, we can so we have a root at -1, and it flattened and boop back. Okay, went through the y-intercept, went up to that point that we found, 2, it crossed at 2. Okay, then we went all the way down to that -256, and then through the root 4, it popped right through. And that's your sketch.
Boom. Look at us go.
Okay, the only way we make it harder is we don't give it in factored form.
Whoa!
And some of you need to come to terms with factoring.
Yes.
So
You've been getting a lot better since we did the factoring practice.
I do agree. So we know it's an odd degree because the leading coefficient is 5.
The leading degree is 5 and the leading coefficient is positive.
Words are hard for Miss Lahart.
It happens. It's okay.
Y-intercept, we don't have one because, well, we do have one. It's just 0.
0. Yep. So, guys, remember, the nice thing about not factored form is all you need to look for is your constant number for your y-intercept. There isn't a constant value, so that means it's 0.
Okay, so we've done that. Now it comes to factoring. So always start with GCF if you can. So I took out a 6x squared, and then you factor by grouping. And then 4x squared minus 1, don't forget that can break up to 2x minus 1 and 2x plus 1. So then we've
Now,
got...
if you struggle with factoring, I would say at this point you should probably rewind and pause and see how far you can get on your own. If you're good with factoring, maybe you're just going to jump right here because, again, these are your notes. If you know what you're doing, just write what you need.
Okay, so that means we have roots at 0, 1/2, -1/2, 5/7. Look, it's coming up. Okay, there we go. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't connect
That's
my
okay.
dots.
So now to connect the dots, let's do it together. This is
Okay.
great. Okay, so we have a multiplicity of 2 here, and everything else is a multiplicity of 1. So that means I'm whoosh and a boop.
Yep.
So I'm going to start down.
Okay.
I'm going to come up and I'm going to whoosh.
Yep.
I would have a test point here to know how high to go up prior to coming down.
So
And then
probably-
I would boop.
Yep.
And I would have another test point to know how high to come up before coming down, and whoosh. And another test point, and then whoosh. You're welcome for the sound effects.
Yep. Sorry that Miss Lahart did not put this slide fully together.
I
but
like
anyway,
it. You
just
just figure
remember
it
a
out.
sketch, use some sketch points, raised.
Yeah,
That's it.
you got it. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in class.